Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 30 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We'll start with Stellar Lumens at number 22. There was a big jump. Leo token at number 23. Chainlink at number 24. Monero, Cosmos Hub, Ethereum Classic, OKB, and then we'll end it with Toncoin at number 30. Let's get straight into it. Stellar Lumens against BTC. Okay, so before I go into Stellar Lumens technical analysis, I would like to reveal to you, right, on Twitter, I actually mentioned this on July the 14th, right, when I tweeted this out. 16 days ago, we spotted insider trading as clear as night and day. 16 days ago. So there was a lag, there was a time lag of 16 days, more than 2 weeks. We actually had this alpha in private. And right, no one mentioned XLM, zero, absolute zero. We saw it, right, ladies and gentlemen. This is called an edge. Few people know of it. The funny thing is, this is actually XRP news, where XRP won the retail side of the court case, but not exactly everything, just the retail side of things. And somehow XLM blasts off as well. So let me take you more into it. You can go to my Twitter and you can check out this video if you want to. The GXLM Alpha XLM Stellar Grayscale 29th of June 2023. It was July of 13 or 12 or 13 when it blasted off. Anyway, if we were to look at GXLM, right, so Grayscale has a trust for Stellar Lumens, right? So this is the trust for Grayscale. To be honest, if you look at Grayscale trust, right? If you look at the list of trusts in Grayscale, you will realize that it is not just Bitcoin. There are a list of coins that they have as trusts, but again, the assets under management is not really a lot for some. So let's say, for example, if you want to look at Chainlink Trust, right? So Grayscale Chainlink Trust is G-Link, G-L-N-K, right? Wait, G-L-N-K if I'm not wrong. Grayscale Chainlink Trust. So if you look at this, there's just not much data. Why? Because it is just not as liquid. But when you look at GXLM, which is Grayscale's Stellar Lumens Trust, you see that there was a super huge blast off that came, right? Nobody saw this. Maybe people did see this, but nobody was talking about it, right? If you were to compare it to normal spot XLM, let's say we do a normal spot XLM, right? Look at logarithmic. You will see that it usually mirrors each other, right? When it drops, GXLM drops as well, you know. And once it goes sideways, GXLM goes sideways. And there was a there was a divergence of movements, right? GXLM spiked up so much, but then spot XLM dropped. So you're like, huh? That's very strange, right? And when we actually noticed GXLM, there was actually a lag of 2 or 3 days, if and when. When we saw the blast off, we're like, this is very weird. Anyway, the point was when we saw it, right, on the 29th of June, we immediately rushed into XLM, right? We aped into XLM. So our entries were around here, around this area, right, before the blast off came. However, again, like I was saying, there was a lag of like 16, 17, 18 days, probably 19. Yeah, there was a lag of 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, but yeah, we already caught it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call an alpha. Anyway, if you look at spot XLM, we are lagging, right? If you look at GXLM, we are already here. We are already past here at around, okay, if we were to go back to XLM USDT, right, you will see that Grayscale XLM is already past this. Grayscale XLM is already here. So we are actually anticipating more upside to come for Stellar Lumens Spot. We are expecting Stellar Lumens Spot to catch up to Grayscale's Stellar Lumens Trust Fund. So yeah, anyway, our entries were around here. We noticed it. It was like, hey, that's what you call a leading indicator. When you look at the MACD, or if you look at the RSI, these are what you call as lagging indicators. Even the skinny pink line as well is what you would call as a lagging indicator. It tells you what has happened previously. It doesn't tell you what's going to happen. Only leading indicators will tell you what's going to happen. and we happened to stumble upon it. Oh my god. And yeah, to be honest, for Stellar Lumens, we were anticipating more downside, right? But once you spot whales making moves for Stellar Lumens, of course you're going to follow the footsteps of the whales, right? The whales are the ones who manipulate the price, not us. We are just small little guppies in the big sea of whales. So yeah, once we took out these highs, we were saying that once we take out these highs, we will consider 7 cents to be invalidated. We were still anticipating the possibility of these two lows being taken out. Who knows, maybe in future it will be taken out, but for now we are just going to roll with Stellar Lumens being in a bullish trend. We are already above the skinny pink line. There is a proper big buying pressure coming in to push the price higher. So we're going to anticipate a potential wave 2 up for a 3, 4, 5 for Stellar Lumens. Ta-da! So that's why it's very important to have a community to belong in, right? Because you never know when things like this happen, right? To be honest, when I saw it, I was actually looking at Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, because when I saw Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust moving up, spot Bitcoin followed. Right, so Grayscale drops, spot drops, up, up, down, down. So I was like, hey, that's a leading indicator. But to be honest, I didn't really take a look at everything else. It's one of the boys inside our Discord that actually discovered it. One of the guys in Patreon. So yeah, anyway, once he saw it, he brought it up to us, and I was like, holy shit! This is an alpha, right? This is a leading indicator. So that's why we immediately made moves for Stellar Lumens. Right, we weren't in XRP, but we were in Stellar Lumens. We saw something coming, and we were like, yeah, I don't think we should be hesitating. That's it. We go in when the opportunity arises. You must not have the fear that things could go wrong, and the fear of pulling the trigger. Right, it's very important to have the strength to just make the move. Right, when the opportunity comes. So that's the Stellar Lumens story that I want to tell you. Okay, let's move on to Stellar Lumens BTC, to the technical analysis. Anyway, for Stellar Lumens against BTC, we're still within the bounds of the resistance and the support of the falling channel. We will be anticipating the possibility of, again, if we get a wave 2 for Stellar Lumens USD, we're expecting a wave 2 for Stellar Lumens BTC as well, as the BTC pair continues higher, right? What we want to see is proper consolidation before we break the resistance line, and this whole thing could be an inverse head and shoulders type of a reversal. Again, it's still not done yet. Even if that were to happen, we are probably going to see a consolidation, right, or accumulation period that could last several months. Of course, there's also the risk that Stellar Lumens BTC could still head lower. No guarantees, of course, but yeah, I think we're largely out. There's an inverse head and shoulders over here. That's it. Woo! And yeah, I would anticipate potentially more upside. But so, I mean, if things go wrong, obviously we'll be getting out. But yeah, we will be expecting more upside for Stellar Lumens against BTC. Stellar Lumens against USDT. Here we are for Stellar Lumens. So you can see that we have an alert over here at about 26 cents. We're anticipating it to head towards 26 cents and eventually to take out the highs over here, right? This is the descending triangle for Stellar Lumens. Mountain 1, Mountain 2, Mountain 3, we collapsed. Start off bear trend, right? And now we're already out. So yeah, anyway, we're expecting more upside, much more upside for Stellar Lumens. Ta-da! Moving on will be Leo against BTC. Leo against BTC, here we are. We're expecting Leo to head towards 9888. This looks to me like a rising channel. So more downsides to be expected for Leo BTC. Leo against USD, we are marking around the skinny pink line. We're not convincingly up and out of it yet. So is there a danger that Leo could still head lower? Of course. Any clear signs of a proper bullish reversal? No. Bearish continuation? Potentially. Again, we're not entirely sure. This whole thing could be a descending triangle as well. Of course, if we rise all the way back up, we get a proper consolidation accumulation period over here, then sure, we could be heading higher. But until that happens, we are not going to be doing anything. It will be a next coin for us. Chainlink against BTC. Chainlink is one of those few coins that could be, no guarantees, could be in a bullish reversal. Again, we need more information first before calling a reversal. But the USD pair looks good. We'll get to it. Chainlink against BTC. Again, still we're within the confines of the falling channel. We are still under the resistance. No clear break of the resistance yet. We're still under the skinny pink line as well, which means that we are still in a bearish trend. Largely still bearish. Any bullish reversals? No. Could we get something over here? Sure. Maybe an ascending triangle over here as we head higher. Sure, of course. But for the BTC pair, we don't see anything. And I can also count 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe another one higher before we come back down. Again, I'm not too sure, but Chainlink BTC is not nothing much yet, right? Chainlink against USD. Okay, what I like about Chainlink USD is we have already invalidated the mountain range over here. There was a mountain range. We dropped lower. We broke the support, we broke back up above resistance, and now we are far beyond the resistance. So we are anticipating this accumulation to start turning bullish. But again, in terms of chart patterns, we still don't see it yet. We don't know what's going to happen for Chainlink against USDT, but we will anticipate that once you see invalidation, a reversal may not be too far away. Hopefully, we get something clear and something tradable for Chainlink, either on the BTC or USD pair, but so far, we still don't see it yet. Is there a possibility that Chainlink could just start zipping up from here? Of course, for sure. But again, we're not entirely sure whether if this is the bottom or if we're going to see another low for Chainlink against USD. So be careful about rushing into a trade too soon. Monero against BTC. Here we are for Monero. So for Monero, we are anticipating the completion of a 5-wave move as we break higher. But for now, again, you might argue that we might be getting something like an inverse head and shoulders over here. This looks like head, right? Right shoulder to appear. But one thing I don't like about this is we're still under the skinny pink line, and we've already pulled away from the skinny pink line. So the trend is still very bearish though for Monero against BTC. Right, this could just be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we could still head lower. Right, of course we could still reverse from here, but again, I just don't see any convincing move yet for Monero against BTC. So I'd be careful about making a trade for Monero BTC. Against the USD pair, you can argue that this is a symmetrical triangle in the making. Sure, you can argue that we could be heading higher, but I think there are much better trades elsewhere, and Monero just, it's not really that volatile yet. Even when it goes volatile, and even when we see high quality tradable chart patterns, sure, we'll make a move for it, but for now, we're still not entirely sure. So, but I kind of like what I see though. Usually before bearish trend ends, we go sideways for a while before heading back up. So I think there could be a reversal, bullish reversal, but still not too sure. So be careful. Atom against BTC. Here we are for Cosmos Hub. We're anticipating the possibility of Cosmos Hub completing a symmetrical triangle. Gigantic one before a break higher. How is it going to look like over here? Again, we're not too sure. Are we going to take out these lows? We're not too sure. Where is the low? Is this the low? Again, we don't know. We always ask ourselves, is this the low? We don't know. Can we count 5 waves? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Could there be another one? Right. Could we just drop a little bit, not take out these lows, and just start reversing back up? Sure, of course. But we would like to see that curve come in. Right. We don't see any curves yet. This is just one straight line down. So it's a next pair for us. Atom against USDT. No clear tradable chart patterns. The last time we got a high quality tradable chart pattern was over here when we had a is this a head and shoulders? Wait, let me check. Is this a higher high? Not exactly. So I will consider this as a descending type of a triangle, but not exactly a triangle, but still a mountain range, variety of a mountain range, and then we dip lower, right? And you can also argue that again, it's just not really that clear. So we're not going to be rushing into anything for Atom. Ethereum Classic against BTC. Here we are for Ethereum Classic BTC. Could we see a reverse? Of course. We're under the skinny pink line though, so we're still largely bearish, right? Sure, you can argue that we're severely oversold and there should be some sort of a rally back up, but I just don't see it yet. So again, I can't say for sure, right? This whole thing could also be a very big accumulation in the making, right? It could be coming down for a CDE before we break higher eventually, but Yeah, ETC BTC doesn't look good. Not at this point of time. Ethereum Classic against USDT. Sure, again, same thing as well. You could argue. Symmetrical triangle. One thing I like about Ethereum Classic against USD is that there was a mountain range over here, right? Mountain 1, mountain 2, mountain 3 is a descending triangle actually. Zip lower, we zip back up. So which means that we've largely kind of invalidated the descending triangle, and potentially this whole thing could be an inverse head and shoulders. A double left shoulder head. We might be finishing the right shoulder before Ethereum Classic starts blasting off as well. So there could be something coming on for Ethereum Classic against USD. Again, we're not completely certain at this point of time, although we're feeling pretty optimistic about things. We can count 5 waves over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a shooting star. We fell lower. Could this be an A, B, C kind of a chart pattern? We drop a little bit lower, take out these lows, maybe take out these lows as well. Right, identify a falling channel before breaking higher. We could be, but again, we just don't see it yet at this point of time, and we're still largely under the skinny pink line. We are hopeful that this symmetrical will complete eventually, but as it stands, we still don't see it yet. So again, we're still not sure how much lower Ethereum Classic is going to go before it starts reversing back up. OKB against BTC. For OKB against BTC, one thing I don't really like is that we've already touched the skinny pink line. This means that the bearish trend could already be starting for OKB against BTC. But we are falling in a very controlled manner. You can see this as an ABC, falling wedge, falling channel. A break higher, sure. Any clear signs of a bullish reversal yet? Nope. Could Bitcoin continue dropping and then pulls OKB BTC lower? Yeah, of course. But I don't really like what I'm seeing. Yes, sure, we still have a target over here at 0.0033. We're still anticipating a potential rise to 0.0033, but the possibility still remains that OKB could still head lower. So OKB BTC is a little bit risky. OKB against USDT still looks good. We're in a symmetrical triangle. I'm not too sure if this is a wave E breaking out towards the upside. I don't like that. OKB BTC has already touched the skinny pink line. So OKB USD might also start touching the skinny pink line as well. And this could be the start of a bearish trend for OKB, because OKB has been rising. It was an outlier. It's been rising during the bearish trend. Not many coins have been rising, and yeah, only OKB has been rising. So, but anyway, I would still anticipate this to be a continuation chart pattern, right? And we have been in consolidation for the better part of 155 days. It's been 5 months, so we've been going sideways. Still, we have not resolved towards the upside yet, but our $75 target still stands at this moment, and we would still anticipate more upside eventually, right? We're still above the skinny pink line, so the bias is still bullish for OKB against USD. Toncoin, Ton against BTC. Here we are for Ton. Ton against BTC doesn't look good, so the same thing, right? Once we break the skinny pink line, we switch our bias to bearish. And yeah, look at what happened. We just dipped all the way back down. Could there still be more downside for Toncoin? Sure, of course. But no clear tradable chart patterns for Ton BTC, not at this point of time. Ton against USD. Yeah, we're still anticipating these lows to be taken out. We're already under the skinny pink line, so things are still very bearish for Toncoin. We still don't see any clear signs of a proper reversal yet, so I would be cautious about rushing into a trade too soon for Toncoin. Alright, boys and girls, I guess that's it for today's top 30 cryptocurrency technical analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!